Okay, so let's continue with the discussion. So up to FTL, I have discussed the last functions. It's left over. That is the rewind function. What is the job of this rewind function? It sets the position to the beginning point. It sets the position to the beginning point. Suppose you are moving the function, the file pointer starting from the first byte. Suppose you are moving it and you will reach, suppose, in this portion. That means before gis, you have your current pointer is now pointing. That means your file pointer is now pointing before gis. Now if you want to set that pointer again at the beginning of the file, that means from starting from I again. Okay, suppose some operation you require it. So in that case, you will have to use the rewind function. Okay, so all of you must know the definitions or the job of these three important functions, right? And mostly we are going to for doing file reading, writing, copying, all these operations, we are mainly going to use this kind of the last this 6 or 7 functions we frequently use. Okay, now let's come back into the coding portion. How we can open a file or creating a file. So I have already told this function I have used to open a file. Okay, open an existing file or creating a new file. Okay, so in case of writing, file writing operation, I have told that we may either open the existing file or we may create a new file and then we can perform the writing operation. But in case of reading operation, file reading operation, we have to read the contents of the file which are already existing in a system. Okay, otherwise it will show you a error or returns a null, right? So if open function is used to create a new file or to open an existing file. Now these are general syntax of if open function. Don't worry about the syntax. While I'm writing the code, it will look very easy for you, right? Right now, just remember this. This is a file structure, file type of FP pointer. Okay, within the if open function, it will always return a pointer to the file. One thing you should remember, it will always return a starting address of a file. Starting address means it is always a pointer type. When it will return a file, when it will return the starting address of a file, that means you should have to handle that concept with the help of pointer variable. Otherwise, address, how can we handle the address? Always we can handle the address with the help of pointer variable. So that's why we will use FP. Now your question said which address it will always return. It will return the by default it will start with the first byte, the address of the first byte of your file. So if I will look into this file which I have already created in front of you, so by default it will start with the address of where this I has been stored into the memory location, the starting of the file, the starting byte of the file, the address of the starting byte or the memory location of the starting byte of the file. So it will return it. So when it will return the address of the starting byte of a file, that means it will always stored inside a pointer type variable. So this FP is a file pointer type variable which I have already defined or declared in front of this. Right now, within this if open function, 2 parameters need to be passed or 2 arguments need to be passed. What are the 2 parameters or 2 arguments? The first argument is the file name, which is also a pointer type. The first argument is a file name, right? But here we will pass the file name either along with the drive information, the entire drive or entire path of your computer system, or if you store the file within the same folder of where you will write your code, then you need to provide only the file name. Okay, I will show it. And And as a second argument or second parameter, you have to pass a mode. This is very important. Till I didn't discuss about the mode. What is mode? Mode specifies the purpose of opening the file. That means in which purpose you want to open a file. That means what is the job of opening the file. There should be some job. That means you want to read a file, or you want to perform writing, or you want to perform copying. So there should be some job, or you want to perform some appending operation. So there should be some job, and that job will be specified with the help of some mode. Okay. Now, what are the various kind of modes? So, what is star p? Star p is a file pointer, which I already told it, which has been declared in such a form, file star fp, which will hold the reference to the opened or created file. Okay, so it will always hold the reference of the starting address of the file. Okay, now these are the modes. You have to know the definitions or job of all the modes, but mostly we will use this first three kinds of modes, mostly, or you can say maximum up to this A plus. Up to this kind of modes we will frequently use in our C programming. Okay, so the first mode is R mode, small r. That means as a second parameter we'll pass the mode within double quote, within double quote. That means if you want to open a file for the reading operations, for file reading operation, then you'll have to use this R mode, because it means it opens a text file in a reading operation. So it will support by a text file in a reading mode, right? Second, W. W means if you open a file or a create a text file in writing mode. I have already told writing means file writing means both opening an existing file or creating a new file. But reading means it only opens an existing file. I think this conception is clear to you right now. This one is also important. A means append. A means append. That means open a text file in append mode. Can anyone tell me what is append? What do you mean by append?
Yes, sir. It will add the value at
Yes,
the end
it
of
will
the
add
file.
in the string or the already exists
At
list.
the end.
Yeah,
Right,
End of
right.
the
at
file.
the end of the text
So
file.
the major difference between write W mode and A mode, that means the write mode and append mode. The difference between append mode and write mode has been written here. So write mode W and append mode A, while opening a file, are almost same. Both are used to write in a file. Okay, both A mode and W mode are used to write in a file. In both the mode, new file is created if it does not exist already. Okay, so if you use append mode, A mode or W mode, in both the cases, new file will be created if it is not already exists in your system, right? What is the difference? The only difference is that when you open a file in write mode, the file is reset, resulting in deletion of any data already present in the file. That means in case of write mode, you actually overwriting or overwritten the previous contents with the new content. That means overwritten kind of things happens in case of write mode. But while you will open a file in append mode, that means A mode, then this will not happen. Okay. Append mode is used to append or add data to the existing file. That means you can add any new content with the old content of the existing file in case of append mode. But in case of write mode, the old content will be replaced by the new content. That means overwritten. That is the major difference between append mode and write mode. Hence, when you open a file in append mode, the cursor is positioned at the end of the present data in the file. I think you can understand. While you will open a file, suppose this is a file. Suppose you will open this file in write mode. So always cursor will be started from first character, first byte. So whatever you will write, that will be replaced this one. Okay, overwritten. But when you will open the file in append mode, the character is all the pointer is always pointed at the end. That means whatever you will write in the append mode, that will be added as a extra content of the existing file. So I already discussed about lots of theory. Let's do some coding. Okay, you can use R plus mode, W plus mode, A plus mode. It is also used for both reading and writing. Now suppose you want to handle a binary file. Okay, sometimes it is required in some applications. It is required to handle binary files. Okay, in those cases, you can use this RB, WB, and AB kind of mode operations. Okay, mode in case of your F open function, right? Now let's check it out. Let's check it out. First operation is file write operations. Let's check out the code very good. The code is very simple. Okay, but what is actually happened? Try to understand. It is very important, right? So within the main method, I have defined the file pointer f1. File pointer is a pointer variable which support by file structure. It's a part of this stdio.h header file. This std I have used. If I am going to use any special string function here, then I can use the std. It has been written. I'm not going to delete it. You may delete it. It is optional here, right? So here I'm taking some integer values and some character values. One character array I have also taken, whose name is sentence, right? Now the first thing is that f1 equal to f open. Check out this line very carefully. F1 equal to f open, and then these two parameters. So if you remember, I have already shown you in case of f open function, which will return a pointer of fp type or file pointer type. So here in my code, I have used a fopen function and it will return a pointer type, right? F1 is a file pointer. So it actually match it. So you can directly write this file pointer here as well. It's your choice, or you can divide this into two statements. Now within this f open, two parameters are there. One is file name and second parameter is mode. So I have given the file name. What is the name of the file? Sanjay new.txt, right? Sanjay new.txt. And I am performing the write operation, W operation. Okay, within double quote, we have to write the mode, that is W, separated by comma. And in where I am going to perform this inside a F folder, inside a F folder, right? Now I want to go into the F folder. This is my F drive. This is my F folder, F drive. Now here, whether any file has been created already there with this with this name Sanjay new.txt. Let me check it out first. So there is no text file is there with the name of Sanjay new.txt. I think it is, you have already checked it, right? Only one file is there whose name is different, right? So I'm not concerning about this file. Clear? Everyone clear? So in this case, after executing this statement, what it will happen? It will actually create a file, a text file with this name Sanjay new.txt. And it will not only create, it will also open that file and give you the chance to write something inside it. Very simple. So what I am going to write, suppose I am going to write a number, just a simple number, integer number within a file. So I have read that number from terminal or from console input output, you can say. So scanf means from console input output. So I have already told here I am going to switch from console input output to file input output. So please be careful and try to understand what I'm trying to say. So scanf means the console, the read from the console input, or you can say from the terminal, and that has been stored into a num variable, which is an integer type, right? And then I am using the fprintf function. So what is the job of fprintf? I have already told. Not, it is not only printf, it is fprintf. So it will write something inside the file. That is the job of the fprintf. So what it will write? It will write a num, the integer which you have taken through the console, okay, or terminal. Obviously, whose access specifier is %d, right? And f1. F1 means it should write inside this file Sanjay new.txt, whose pointer is f1. That means who's returning a file pointer is f1. So it should be mentioned here. It should be mentioned here. Why this f1 should be mentioned here? Because here I can create another file with different name. I can open another file with different name. Is it possible, right? It is also possible. So I can create another file with different name. Okay. So here, if I mention F2 instead of F1, that means the content will be written inside this file, not this file. So that's why this file pointer will play a very important role, because while you are written something, so it will create a blank file, and it will create a blank file with this name sanjaynew.txt, and the file pointer f1 blinking or point to the starting byte of that file or the starting address of that file, while where you have written the value of the num variable inside that file. Then I am performing the if close function. I have already told the file which has been opened, that should be closed. Okay, and within the if close function, we have to pass the pointer, because again I am telling I am closing the file f1 whose pointer is f1. Okay, there may be multiple files with different name of file pointers. So which file you are going to close, that has been mentioned with the help of this file pointer type. So let's check it out. So run it. I'm running it. So I've already shown you that there is no file existing with the name of sanjaynew.txt. So let's run it. Enter a sentence or number, because I have given a sentence here, because in the next part I'm going to show how to write a sentence instead of number. So here I'm inputting the number, right? So suppose I'm inputting number 35. Enter. Okay. Nothing is given, but run is successful, right? No error has been shown. Now we will check. Go to F drive and check whether a new file has been created or not. Look, the new file with this name Sanjay New has been created within the F drive. Clear? And within this file, if we double click it, open it, then it will show 35. Clear? Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone how we can perform the right
Yes.
operation? Now I'm going to show you, instead of writing a number, suppose I'm writing a character array or string or whatever you say. So I am just making this line as a command line because it's the integer type. Instead of that, I am taking an input of a sentence. So I'm writing a for loop, okay, and then I've taken a character array as input by %c, and here I make this line active and this line inactive. Why? Because instead of %d, we'll have to print the sentence, which is nothing but a character array or string with the help of %c. Sorry, %s. Okay, the rest of the things are similar. So I'm writing it. I am a student of this university. Okay, right. I am a student of this university. Right. So it will take the 30 characters, because in for loop I have used less than equal to 30. So it will take a 30 characters, not more than that. So let's check it out. So previously this file contains what value? 35. Now I am doing the same write operation on the same file, that is Sanjay New. Let's check it out. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? So what is actually happening here? It is actually rewriting or replacing the old content 35 with the new content of the sentence, that is I am a student of this university. You have to practice it by your own hand, and possibly, if possible, then practice it by today or tomorrow. Otherwise, they will forget everything. Right? You have to practice it. So this is a file writing operation. Let's check about file reading operation. Here, to do file reading, I'm using some different function. Instead of fscanf, I'm using getC function. Okay, because I want to show the use of the variety of different functions, right? So in file reading, again I'm taking fp pointer, character type file I want to read. So right now the Sanjay new.txt, obviously I have already told file reading is only possible if the file exists in your system. Okay, suppose I'm using a file, suppose this one, Sanjay new1.txt. So this file does not exist in my system. Try to run this code. Okay, error while opening a file. This actually I have mentioned explicitly in my system, in my program. So you can understand this fp is a file pointer. So if the file exists, okay, if the file exists, then the fp will return some value without null. And if the file does not exist in your system, the FP, the file pointer, will always return null. Will always return null. So everyone note it down. Pointer if open is used to open a file. Pointer if open is used to open a file, comma, it returns a pointer to structure file. It returns a pointer to structure file. It returns a pointer to structure file. File means F-I-L-E, capital A file likhte hobe, this one, F-I-L-E. You have to write the file in capital. Full stop. This file structure, again capital file, this file structure is predefined in stdio.h. This file structure is predefined in stdio.h. I think I have written full stop. Last line. If the file is unable to open, if the file is unable to open, this time file is small, F-I-L-E. Okay. This time file is small. But this time it will represent this file, Sanjay New. Okay. If the file is unable to open, it returns null. N-U-L-L, null should be in capital letters. It returns null, or it returns a pointer to a file, or it returns a pointer to a file, or it returns a pointer to a file. I think all of you have already written it. Have all of you noted down? Are all of you
Sir,
noted
last
it?
line টা একটু repeat করবেন?
Acha. If the file is unable to open, it returns null, null in capital letters, or it returns a pointer to a file, or it returns a pointer to a file. So let's check the code. I have already shown you if the file does not exist, it will give you the error term. But the error you have to mention explicitly in your system, right? Or in your program, not system, in your program. So if fp equals to null, when it is possible, fp equals to null, I have already told. Read the last line. If the file is unable to open, then fp equals to null. So in the first case, when I'm using this Sanjay new one.txt, the file is not existing, so it will return, it will satisfy this condition, and it will print this statement and perform the exit function. What is the job of the exit function? Exit function job is exiting from the entire program. The difference between the break function and existing function, if you are using break function within a for loop or in a while loop, it will only breaking from that particular loop. Okay, it will never go or terminate from the entire program. But in case of exit function, it will exit. It will exit from the entire program. Okay, and within the exit function, you have to pass any kind of integer value, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any integer value you have to pass as an argument, because the exit function always return a integer as an argument, right? So this thing will happen. Now suppose the file already exists. Okay, there should not be any mismatch of not existing file. The file is always exists. So in that case, it will perform this reading operation. What is the job of this reading operation? While I am just running a while loop, and then getC function. What is the job of the getC function? It will read one character at a time. It will read one character at a time. So here, instead of getC, you can use fscanf. Okay, instead of getC, you can use fscanf, and you don't need to give any while loop or for loop for using fscanf. That I will give you to explore at your home. Okay, how we can use fscanf. Okay, so getC function. So this getC function is actually used to read the characters, and fp is a pointer, starting pointer of a file, which I already told you that have been defined here. Now, what is EOF? I have already told. EOF is a constant to represent the end of file character. EOF, end of file. Okay, just like \0. So this reading operation still continue until you will find the program will find \0. That means end of file. So end of file means it will reach the end of the file, right? So each and every character it will read and store into where? Stored into the variable C, right? C is which type of variable? Character type of variable. So it will simply print one character at a time by reading each and every characters one by one until it will reach the end of file. Right? I think it is clear to you. This is a very simple operation. Okay, just like that string reading operation, \0, like this. And then we will perform the fclose function to close the opening pointer of the file. Right? So I will run this code. Okay. So Sanjay new.txt has that line, if you remember. It already has that line. I am a student of JIS University. So it will simply read it and display it. So you can also change the content of Sanjay new.txt. So if I will change the content like this, I am a JIS University. This is situated in Kolkata. Suppose by forcing I'm entering into the file and change the content of the file. Okay, in Windows, right? So again, I'm reading this entire file into C code. So it has been reading as it is, right? By including the changing contents of the file. So this is a reading of file. Okay, not writing. This is a reading of file. Clear? Everyone clear? If anyone has any doubt, you can ask me. So I will stop my session here for today's class. Is it clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubt? Hello? Is it clear to everyone, right? Is there anyone has any doubt?
Yes. Yes.
So please practice it. Please practice it at your home. File reading and file writing. Tomorrow I will discuss about file copying and then some other program regarding file. Okay. Please practice it at your home. It's important to practice, right?